Hello everyone, today I'm going to be talking about a video game instead of a film, and that video game is The Quarry. The Quarry is an interactive horror video game from Supermassive Games. They have developed other interactive games, Until Dawn being the most notable. The gameplay you see here is only the first 10 minutes, so you don't have to worry about spoilers. I went into The Quarry expecting a fun time, and that is exactly what I got. I was a huge fan of Until Dawn, and I had the same great experience here with The Quarry. The Quarry lets the player assume the role of a number of camp counselors, all of which require the player to choose from a pair of two choices, and whatever choice you go with will play a part in regards to where the story will go. This is what I love most about games like The Quarry and Until Dawn. Both are horror games, more on this later, and they give narrative control to the player. Gameplay-wise, there isn't really much to think about. When you come across an interactive scene, all you have to do is press a couple of buttons, if that. There are other scenes where you have to hold your breath until the danger has left, but this also doesn't require much button input. So if you're looking for a complex controller/keyboard input, you won't find it here. This isn't Fortnite where you have to hit a combination of buttons to build a 5-story tower. This is a laid-back yet exciting playthrough. Like Until Dawn, The Quarry is in the genre of horror. The narrative is what you would expect when watching your classic horror slasher. It takes place at a summer camp, so you immediately get the feeling that this was partly inspired by Friday the 13th. There are also shots similar to the POV shots from Evil Dead. The creators of this game clearly seem like they are fans of horror, and it shows. This game is also big on replayability. There will be things to collect such as tarot cards, evidence, and clues. Your goal with your first playthrough would likely be more towards just having fun and experiencing the game. Once you've beaten the game, it's possible that there are things you missed when it comes to the collectibles such as the cards, evidence, and clues, thus prompting you to do a second playthrough. There's also a chance that you didn't keep everyone alive. After completing the game at your first playthrough, you unlock a new game mode called Death Rewind. With this mode enabled, you're able to use 3 lives just in case one of your character dies. Once you do, you get to rewind the scene and change what happens. This leads to the more likely possibility for everyone to survive, which in turn leads to a whole different narrative experience in your new playthrough, which I think is just great. Overall, if you love interactive games, story-based games, horror, good CGI, I think you would really enjoy this. If you have other friends who play video games, it might even be more fun for you, as there is a co-op mode where your friends can take turns. Despite the lack of extensive gameplay, The Quarry still manages to be an engaging adventure filled with scares, some lightheartedness, surprisingly, and most importantly, excitement.